future Mayor of San Ignacio and Santa Elena, and why not even the Prime Minister of our beautiful country of Belize. We need to guard against such threats as leaders. We need to guard against such threats as child abuse, child malnutrition, diseases, lack of safe drinking water, poor health care, and infant mortality. Ladies and gentlemen, students, I do not want to promise you moons and stars, but I want to assure you that this municipality, under my administration, will work tirelessly towards ensuring the rights of our children, ensuring that the rights of our children are being protected and adhered to. Why? Because you are the future of our country, Belize. I also want to take this opportunity to urge all communities, civil society, private sector, and government sectors to unite in order for us to form partnerships and harmonize our efforts on the rights of our children and their continued success and survival. Take note of your rights. Now we have the internet. You can go on the internet and find out what is the universal rights of a child. Please do that and ensure that your community and its leaders are constantly aware of them. Don't be afraid, children. You have rights in the communities that you live in. And I want you to take that knowledge, learn what are your rights. Today, that is why we are here, because we want to ensure that the children living in San Ignacio and Santa Elena are protected and their rights are being respected. Let's all work together on this new journey we embark today and make San Ignacio and Santa Elena a child-friendly town.
Hey Belizeans, our beautiful nation is proudly supporting the rights of the Child Convention.
Please,
Creating
a round of applause.
friendly municipalities for us all, from Punta Gorda to Causa.
1, 2, 3.
Today, with a commitment in fulfilling children's rights, UNICEF, UNDP, the government of Belize and all municipalities have endorsed the initiative of building a sustainable and child-friendly municipality. How is this going to happen and who will be involved? As the MC mentioned, there are a few building blocks that will need to be accomplished so that we can say that this initiative is successful. A few of the building blocks for a child-friendly town, which are the structures and activities of government which are necessary to engage children's active involvement to ensure a children's rights perspective in all relevant decision-making and equal rights of access to basic services are as follows. Firstly, and very essential for the initiative is children's participation. It is important to promote children's active involvement in issues that affect them, listening to their views and taking them into consideration in decision making. It is as well important to develop a child-friendly legal framework that will ensure legislation, regulatory frameworks, and procedures which will consistently promote and protect the rights of all children in our community. Also, there will also be the need to develop comprehensive strategies or action plan in order to build a child-friendly municipality. In addition, there is also the need to develop permanent structures in local government to ensure the priority consideration of children's perspective. This coordinating unit will need to be given authority at the highest political level to pursue implementation of children's strategies, ensuring effective coordination, monitoring, and evaluation. It is similarly important to ensure that there is a systematic process to assess the impact of law, policy, and practice on children in advance, during and after the implementation of this initiative. Under the Convention on the Rights of a Child, all governments, including local governments, are required to ensure that the best interests of the child are a primary consideration in all actions concerning children. Therefore, there should be an appropriate method of evaluation to assess the impact of law, policy, and practice on children to ensure that this principle is fulfilled. Budgets. The planning of budgets are one particular way in which action by a local government affects children. Therefore, budget analysis forms an important aspect of child impact assessment. The Convention on the Rights of a Child requires states or cities to implement economic, social, and cultural rights for children to the maximum extent of available resources. Therefore, it is key that children are considered and visible when planning budgets. Furthermore, in order to ensure progress towards building a child-friendly municipality, there will also be the need to monitor and collect data on the state of children and their rights. Through this initiative, children's rights will be promoted among children and adults as they work together in helping to build a child-friendly municipality. Finally, this initiative, although being coordinated by the local governments, and the local governments being committed and have the courage to be held accountable for the treatment of children, and in order for this to be successful, it will require the involvement of all stakeholders in the community, political leaders, government and non-governmental organizations or departments, educational and religious institutions, the business community, parents, and most importantly, the children. This is a task that if we all join hands and undertake and participate together, we can accomplish our main goals, which is fulfilling children's rights, who are the leaders of tomorrow. I want to welcome you all on this special occasion, which is the launching of this initiative, an event that is happening nationwide. And I invite you to commit yourself and join us for the success in building a child-friendly municipality.
Okay, at this time, the mayor will be doing the official signing of commitment that approves that the General Government Town commits itself to working hard to become a sustainable and child-friendly municipality. He has signed it, so I guess we should give a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a historic event in our municipality, as today all 9 municipalities of this country are launching the Sustainable and Friendly Municipalities. Just let me provide you with some information. In April 2012, the government of Belize and the United Nations system in Belize signed the second United Nations Development Assistance Framework from the period 2013 to 2016. The priority areas for UN assistance and development cooperation includes advancing human rights with equity, equality, and non-discrimination, promoting economic and social well-being citizens, security and justice, environmental and natural resources management, disaster, risk and climate mainstream, democratic governance. UNICEF and UNDP have recognized that municipalities have a critical role to play in creating an enabling environment to give citizens a voice and space to access governance mechanisms through which they can participate in public policy development that impact their lives. According to UNDP 2009, local government and decentralization is recognized as key elements of democratic governance and means to achieve the Millennium Development Goals. And and I would like to take this opportunity to list the 8 Millennium Development Goals. 1, eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. 2, achieve universal primary education. 3, promote gender equality and empower women. 4, reduce child mortality. 5, improve maternal health. 6, combat HIV and AIDS, malaria and other diseases. 7, ensure environmental sustainability. 8, develop a global partnership for development. The success of the Millennium Development Goals in Belize can yield progress where there are responsive policies, requisite resources, and a clear, tangible engagement space with stakeholders who are especially capable of localizing the Millennium Development Goals as part of a program planning. Belize is a signatory to several UN conventions, including the rights of a child. In the outcome document of UN General Assembly Special Session on Children in May 2002, states and commits themselves to take action to promote and protect the rights of each child. The Convention on the Right of the Child is the most universally embraced human rights treaty in history. A World Fit for Children identified partnership with states and commit themselves to strengthen in order to advance our common cause, the well-being of children and the promotion and protection of their rights. Example, a right to a name, a right to a home, right to education, right to proper health, right to a nationality. According to Ivan Yevori, he is the UNICEF representative in Belize, approximately 5% of our children are not registered at birth. Therefore, they do not have any name or any nationality. It is in this view or context that the World Fit for Children identified, among other, local government and authorities, which will ensure that children are at the center of the agenda for development. By building on ongoing initiatives such as the child-friendly communities, towns, and cities, local government, which is the government nearest to the people, can significantly improve the lives of children and their community. We are all aware that strong communities are built from good citizens, and good citizens build strong communities. If we do more locally, then we can achieve more globally. In May of 2014, the mayors of the 9 municipalities in Belize agreed that the Millennium Development Goal achievement as part of the overall capacity building at the municipal level is both critical and crucial to the implementation of the Convention of the Rights of the Child, and should be built in on the existing roles of the municipality. The municipality will be able to generate local participation in public policy, improve institutional capacity to plan and budget for children and adolescents, establishing and sustaining child-friendly municipality. In June of 2014, municipalities participated in a capacity assessment which provided input to implement UNICEF Municipal Seal of Approval. In July of 2014, a municipal profile was produced. On August 26, 2014, Municipal Council participated in a one-day workshop planning for the implementation of sustainable child-friendly municipalities. This sustainable child-friendly municipalities is a commitment from the government of Belize, the Belize Mayors Association, UNICEF, and UNDP. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for coming out here today to be a witness and a participant in this historic event. I thank you very much, and God bless each and every one of you.
Sports, club, and activities at every single turn. So much to do, study, and learn. To get the most from school, we should consistently attend. On each corner, there's always a friend. Our favorite teachers are friendly and nice. They're passionate and just to expand every mind. School is something we must all embrace. Just remember to learn at your own pace.
Today we gather to launch a groundbreaking initiative in our respective municipalities with the goal of creating a sustainable and child-friendly climate. It is a good thing and a worthy initiative, but I tell you now that it will be a complicated and challenging task. As leaders of the municipalities, we must first seek to understand the background which has made this initiative necessary. We are all faced with global, regional, and local challenges, economically, politically, and socially, which threaten to derail the achievement of the goals which we set as a nation and as a partner in the United Nations. We have signed onto instruments and conventions which speaks about equality, human rights, justice, citizen security, and the protection of our children. We sign on to these things, but how close are we really to achieving these goals we set for ourselves? It looks good on paper. It sounds good when we say, but let us be real with ourselves. We are far off from a time when as a nation we can say that we have reached those goals. My friends, none of us here needs to look at a concept paper or a report or analysis which shows the challenges. We know them well. As a small nation, sometimes it is all we can do to keep moving forward. But move forward we must. And I say again, it's a good thing. As bodies, in May 2014, we agreed that our municipalities must play a greater role in protecting the rights of our children and giving them a voice. We agreed that this framework must be built into our municipal structures. We have attended workshops on planning for the implementation of child-friendly municipalities. We have committed to do our part to ensure that each of our towns and cities is accredited as a child-friendly municipality. So where do we go from here? We know the goals that have been set. We know why we are here. As municipal bodies, we must work to improve the lives of our children. We must recognize their rights. We must start listening to our children. And not only that, but we must actively seek their input in decisions of positive change. Recently in Belize City, there was a forum with a focus on the rights of children.